Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, why didn't I speak up? Or maybe you did speak up, but then you're wondering if you came off too harsh. If that sounds like you, then you're not alone. Assertiveness is one of the most misunderstood communication skills. Some people think being assertive means being rude, loud, or even confrontational. Others confuse it with being passive-aggressive, or even worse, aggressive-aggressive. But here's the truth. Assertiveness is not about overpowering others. It's about owning your voice clearly, calmly, and respectfully. Today I'm going to be showing you how exactly you can be assertive without being aggressive, using real-life examples, simple frameworks, and practical tips that you can start using today. So if you're in love with this topic, please give this video a like and let's get straight into it. So the first part I'll be sharing is why assertiveness matters. So let's just start from the basics. Why does assertiveness even matter? Being assertive means you respect yourself and even others. It means you express your thoughts and your needs clearly. It also means you set boundaries without feeling guilty. It's the difference between saying yes when you mean no and saying no without guilt. It's also the difference between bottling up your feelings until you explode and handling things with calm, steady confidence. A quick story I would like to share is I remember a time at work when a colleague kept dumping last-minute tasks on me. At first, I smiled and did the work, saying no worries, but inside of me I was boiling. One day I snapped and sent a passive-aggressive email that made things awkward for weeks. What I should have done was to assertively say, hey, I'm happy to help occasionally, but I'm at capacity right now. Can we plan ahead next time? That one sentence would have saved me the stress and the drama. Second part I'd like to share with you is the assertiveness spectrum. Now let's break this down. Think of communication as a spectrum. First one is passive, where you don't express your needs and you avoid conflict at all costs. Yeah, that's passive. The second one is aggressive, where you express your needs but in a hostile and controlling way. The third one on the spectrum is being assertive, where you express your needs clearly and respectfully. So what part of the spectrum do you think is the best? Definitely being assertive. So let's visualize it right now, and I'm going to be saying the message behind each of them. So when you're on the passive spectrum, the message behind it is you matter and I don't. Remember, on that passive spectrum, you don't express your needs and you're trying to avoid conflict. So the message you're giving out there is the other person matters but you don't. And then for aggressive, the message behind it is I matter but you don't. Why? Because you're voicing out but in a very controlling way and even very aggressive way. So you are the one that matters, the other person don't matter to you. And then the third one is assertive. That means we both matter. Let's try and work things out. Assertiveness is not a personality trait, it's a skill. And like any other skill, it can be practiced and learned. So the third thing I would like to share with you is how to practice assertiveness. The first thing you need to do is to use the I statements. Instead of you never listen to me, you can say something like I feel unheard when I speak and I don't get any response. I would rather appreciate if we could talk this through. This is very good because I statements reduce defensiveness and it makes conversations feel less like attacks. Second thing you can do is to be direct but respectful. So clarity is kindness. Instead of dancing around the issue, just say, I'm not comfortable with that. That doesn't work for me. I need some time to think about this. It's not rude. It's just you being honest. The third thing you can do is to watch your tone and your body language. Assertiveness isn't just what you say, but how you say it. You can keep a calm and steady voice. You can maintain eye contact but don't stare people down. And avoid crossed arms or pointing fingers. You can breathe but speak slowly. You can say the right words, but if your tone is tense and sarcastic, it sends mixed signals. Another thing you can do is to practice saying no. No is a complete sentence. But if you need help, trying to ease into it, try this. I'd love to help, but I'm already committed. Thanks for thinking of me, but I have to say no at this time. Saying no is not mean, it's being mature. And then the last one under this is to rehearse difficult conversations. Role play with a friend or even in front of the mirror saying, I understand your point, but I see it differently. Can we revisit this when things are calmer? I'm not okay with being spoken to that way. The more you rehearse, the more natural it feels for you. So the fourth thing I would like to share with you is the common traps that you need to avoid. Even when you try to be assertive, there are common traps that you can fall into. And here are a few. Number one is over-explaining. You don't need to justify every decision. Just be clear and concise. The second one is apologizing for having needs. Stop saying sorry but when you are simply expressing your boundaries. The third one is becoming passive-aggressive. If you are mad, don't give the silent treatment. Speak up kindly. The fourth one is going from passive to explosive. Bottling things up can lead to angry outbursts. Address things early, calmly, and consistently. The fifth thing I like to share is assertiveness in real life. Let's apply this to everyday situations. Let's say at work, your boss asks you to stay late again. The assertive response that you can give to this: I've stayed late the last few days, but I have commitments tonight. Let's plan better moving forward. Let's say in relationships, your partner interrupts you consistently. The assertive response you can give to that is this: when I'm interrupted, I feel dismissed. I'd like to finish sharing before we switch turns. So when you are with friends and family and someone is constantly making jokes at your expense, this is your assertive response that you can give to that. I know you're joking, but those comments actually hurt. I would appreciate if you stopped. So here is the bottom line. Being assertive isn't about being too loud, angry, or dominant. It's about being grounded, clear, respectful with yourself and even with others. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to be heard. You can do this without burning bridges or even becoming someone that you are not. So the next time you're tempted to stay silent or even explode, pause, breathe, and choose assertiveness. It's not easy at first, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. If you found this video very helpful, please like it and share on to others. And let me know in the comment section, what's one situation where you need to be more assertive? And on my end screen here, you'll find a video here that promises you great value. Please do well to watch it. Thank you so much, my amazing viewers, for always returning to watch my videos. I appreciate every one of you. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe because I've got awesome content for you every other day. And until I see you in my next video, have an amazing day ahead and bye for now.